I would like to introduce to you Kim Luke.
Thank you so much. Like Chris Miller, I also have an audience participation piece, and underneath all of your seats is a water gun. Really? He checked. Okay. Yeah, Matthew did tell me I had 10 minutes to speak about anything I wanted, which actually made me want to cry because it's terrifying, because I really like homework. And I went through, I like, what, shoes, sandwiches, my bucket list. I had no idea what to talk about. And then I really thought about what the rest of the event was about Santa Cruz and thriving here in community. And I thought, well, God, I'll just talk about what I do. And then Nada came in, and you know what you've done? Everything I was going to say was said by my giant face earlier. So I've got nothing. But if you give me a minute, we'll go somewhere else. You know, when John Kerry was running for office, I had a dream that after a big speech, he singled me out to his men and said, "Bring me her," for a marital affair, because he wanted it to leak and it would appeal to the recycling Volvo driving ex-punks. That is actually a dream I had, and I don't know why I just thought of it, but in a way it's sort of, it does illustrate a point of what I do, and we'll get to that. I've had a couple of years of real angst in my life. There's things that are changing, and I keep thinking, I've got to find that one thing that I do that I can focus on and really, really get down to business. You know, am I going to focus on music? Am I going to focus on my writing or my performing? And I have friends who are doing this that are here tonight that are really motivated and finding that essence and thriving at it. And like, what am I going to do? Should I really quit my job and be a professional performance artist? Because that's kind of my instinct. And then I realized I'm doing it. I am doing it. I do it for the Derby Girls. I do it for the Warriors. I do it for the Downtown Association. And it's pretty cool that I get paid for it. If any of you have ever taken a dance class or been in a choir or sat in a crowded theater during an emotional movie, or perhaps participated in the opening ceremony of the Olympics in Beijing, you know what I love, and that is that feeling of experiencing something with a group of people. Because regardless of how you self-identify, as a loner, off the grid, alternative, whatever your difference is, there's an essential need to feel a humanness. And that is felt in an involuntary way when you feel something with a group of people. When you're screaming at a basketball game because someone made a point. When you're crying at the end of a movie. When you laugh at the same time when I tell about my embarrassing dream. That is a feeling, that's an involuntary emotion that people really get off on. And I always did when I did all the theater and the choir and all that. And then later in my life, I was in a band, and I realized that I could lead that. And we started playing fewer songs, and I started talking more in between songs. And I really, really kind of got off on that. And it's really not as much of an ego thing for me to be up in front of people as it is to kind of bring everybody, like I had business cards that said Kim Luke Snake Charmer. And I had those for a long time. And regardless of what Chip at my one job or Jim at my other job or the Derby Girls want on my card, what I am is a snake charmer. And what I do and what I love to do is to say, hey, come with me. This is going to be fun. And I'm so lucky that I get to do that for my all day and all night, and get paid for it is even better. So what's next? What's next for me? You know, I do feel a sense that there is something coming for me, and there is something more for me to do in Santa Cruz. And a lot of it really ties into what Ryan spoke about and what other people are speaking about here tonight. And it is the C word. It is the community word. And what I really would like to do, and I don't have a Kickstarter, but I am totally getting a banner made. I'm not going to pay for it. Right, Sean? I want to have conversations with people. When I was growing up, driving around, my parents would be driving me here and there to and from Santa Cruz or wherever we were going, and I would look out that Volkswagen window and I would think, look at the other cars and think, where are they going? Where are all these people going? What are they doing? Why aren't they at work? Why aren't they at school? Why are they in that car over there? And as an adult, of course I don't think that anymore. What are they doing? But I feel like a lot of people have this impression that they're living in sort of a Truman Show kind of existence. I walk into your existence and you do your things and then I'm gone and then you all stop and drink the rest of your coffee. So what I want to do, I want to have conversations with people. It's a combination fireside chat, talk show, and podcast. And I want to take interpersonal relationships, personify our profiles that are on every website and social media thing that we have, and have personal conversations with people. It really is just a talk show with the people in my community. Not necessarily someone who's got a new book coming out, or someone who's got a show with their band coming up, but just what do you do all day? How do you live your life? I mean, really, what do people do? I want to know, and I think other people want to know. And I think what it'll build for the community is a sense of perspective on other people's life. And if you have perspective on other people's lives, you have respect for other people's lives. You can acknowledge different existences, regardless of how different or how similar they are to yours. And so I really want to do this. And it's a challenge for me to think about doing this, because here's something you probably don't know about me. I would much rather talk to 2,000 people than 2. Dinner parties terrify me. The thought of dating is like, how could I do that? How could I possibly, like my face would twitch, how can I, and I'm a failure. So this will be a challenge for me, which is why I think I want to have a live audience there to experience all these emotions together. And I can watch their faces twitching and not my own. But it's also selfish for me, because something else you probably don't know about me is that thinking is my talking. I mean, talking is my thinking. See? I couldn't think at first, I had to say it wrong. Talking is my thinking. Some people can sit at home in their creative space all alone and write or create, and they come up with a brilliant idea. I can't. I just eat all day and then watch some 30 Rock. I have a lot of ideas and they only come out when I'm talking. I don't even know I'm going to think of something until it's this far out of my mouth, and then I grab it and I put it on a list somewhere. So it is a little bit selfish for me to want to do this too. But I think it could be a lot of fun. And I can see a lot of people here who would be really fun to talk to. Not interview. It's not an interview thing. I just want to converse with people. And I want to learn how to have conversations with 2 people. And that's my bit. And I could tell you about some more dreams I've had or some great sandwiches I've had. But really, I think we should just turn the lights on and socialize. Thank you, Matthew, for putting this together.